Okay guys, we're gonna get right into it. This will be the second part of the pink tube style necklace for the rose quartz pendant that we made. In the first part we did the pink. Now we're gonna switch into white. So we're gonna take 2 white strings from the middle and tie them onto the first pink coming from the right side, because we're going from right to left, and there will be 2 left over. Take those 4 and set them aside, and you can see those 2 lighter pinks hanging down. Just leave those for now because we're not going to need them. Now we're in a darker pink, so we take the first from the right and tie 2 white cords from the middle onto it. First white one, now we're doing the second white one onto the first one coming from the right. They would be the holding strings, not the knotting strings, and just tie it on there like that. So now we have 4 white cords that we've tied on, and we're going to do the same thing on all 4 sides. These 4 pink cords are the same, but we're going to take just the 2 coming from the right and eliminate the 2 that are hanging down and replace it for 2 white cords from the middle. So if your middle section had wrapped around, you want to undo it until you get to where your pink ended. I had to do that, so it's no big deal if you did. Sometimes I just get wrap happy and wrap, and then I realized that I wrapped it too long. So I just simply undid those knots until I was right up underneath where I ended my pink in the last video. Okay, so this is for right now the last 2 white cords we're going to add on. We added on 2 on each 4 sides, and by doing so we eliminated 8 pink cords. Added 8 white, eliminated 8 pink. Right now they're just sort of hanging there. It might be a little bit of confusion just for a minute, but make sure if you've kept them separated, it should be all fine. See, like I have them separated right there so I don't get confused. Now we're just going to take and go do 1 round to tie them all together. So you're still going to have 8 pink and 8 white, but it's going to look like you're only wrapping with white. So the pink ones were the holding cords, the cords that you knot on too. So I'm trying to be careful not to get I mixed it up, but just make sure that you're only knotting white cords at this point. So it's like a full transition from pink to white. Although you still have pink cords that you're holding on to, we're going to switch those out in just a couple minutes here. Okay, so this is the 3rd little rotation where we've switched out pink for white. And we just, the second rotation is basically just tying them all together. So you sort of close the gap in between where you took out the pinks and added the whites. There will be like a tiny little gap there, but it's hardly noticeable in the final design. Okay, so now I'm just showing you what I did on one side and what I'm doing on the next side. So now I'm going to start going in the opposite direction by taking 2 white cords from the middle and tying it onto the 2 new holding cords, which would be the white cords that we just added in the very last section. So those pink cords now will be out of the picture. You won't be using those. So just make a 4 little thing knot, and the pink cords will be gone. Sorry, I don't know how to explain it better. We're taking the last of the white cords from the middle and tying it onto the white cords now that you had incorporated, going in the opposite direction you were just knotting in. And just be cautious that, for me, I had 1 white cord that I was using to wrap up my cords in the middle, and it would be shorter than the rest of them. Make sure you don't use that one. Make sure you're grabbing all 4 brand new cords that haven't been used before, as far as the white goes. And you'll have to search a little bit for those. Sometimes they're like at the back of whatever it is you're doing. But if it seems messy, don't worry. It all comes together. You don't have to worry about that. So that was the 3rd one. Now this is the 4th and final one, where all white cords will have been swapped out for all of the rest of the pink cords. So this will be considered rotation 1. And then in the 2nd rotation, it just ties them all together. So they're nice and neat. And now you have all white cords. My cat messed up my screen, so hopefully we're still on the same page here. Now we should be. I just paused the thing so it caught up with the video. Alright, so I think I'm just tucking my pink ones in to make sure that they're out of my way. But we're just continuing on the spiral. We are doing left to right, or top to bottom if you prefer, because we're going in a downward position. That was the 2nd one. And this is the 3rd one. I'm just tucking those pink ones in. After I've done this, these 4, tying them together, I will wrap my pink cords in the middle with the 1 shorter white cord that I had, so that they're all nice and neatly there. And I like to have the middle section wrapped because it makes a sturdy centerpiece to give the whole thing a little bit more, to make the whole thing a little more solid, you know? So it's not flimsy. It kind of keeps the tube shape a little bit better, in my opinion. Just makes it more sturdy, all in all. So, yeah, so like I said, see, there's my 1 little white cord. Oh, all right, so I'm adding the pins to show you because I'm going to do small boxes of 4. That was the second rotation. So I'm going to take that shorter white cord that I had and tie all the pinks together like so, as I just explained. Oop, what am I doing here? All right, now we're starting on the third rotation in the first box. So I wind up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little boxes going back and forth, and I do 4 rotations. So 4 cords 4 times, 4 cords 4 sides, 4 rotations, and that's how I keep track. When you're doing a solid color like this, I'm just tightening up my knots. You may have to do that from time to time. So right now this is the third rotation, okay, and then I'll show you how I start the second one, because it's going to go in the opposite direction, and then we just go back and forth like that until I've done 6 little boxes. So again, do one side at a time, which consists of 4 cords. When you've done all 4, basically you're knotting 2 onto 2. Put them aside. Make sure you put them aside so that when you rotate your project, you will know how many sides you've done. So that was 3, and now I'm on the 4th one. And then that will complete the 3rd rotation of doing my first little box. All right, and now that all 4 sides are done, I start again, and this will be my 4th rotation. So this will be 1 of 4, and you do it on each side, and then we will start going in the opposite direction, doing the exact same thing. You'll do 4 rotations. So each time you do 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, that's 1 rotation. Then 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, 2. 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, 3. 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, and 4. And then go in the opposite direction of however you were just knotting to make another new little box. While I'm recording this, I am starting my upload for the first part. Because these things take a little bit of time if you've ever uploaded a video. Okay, this is the 4th and final side for this first little box. So that was 4 complete rotations. So I'm just showing you. And I'm going to get the second one started. So I went that way, now I'm going to go the opposite way. And you see how that, what I just did, is the one side. We're in the first side of the first rotation. Now we're in the second side of the first rotation. Okay. And so if you keep to this method, you'll be able to create cool little boxes. They give just, I don't know, I like the way it looks visually. If you just don't want to bother with that, you can just keep going like in a spiral for as long as you want to, like in the same direction, if you don't want to switch directions. But I like it. It just gives the tube a little bit more visual interest, more design element kind of thing. Breaks up the monotony of, when you're doing a solid color. But if you've been trying to learn tubes and you've gotten the hang of it, these are all choices that you can just make. You can experiment and do it however you want. You can go back and forth, only like one rotation at a time. It's really all up to you and how much work and time you're willing to put into it. Going back and forth after every single one rotation would be a little bit more time consuming, I would think, but could still be fun to look at. So it's up to you. I just do it this way. The 4x4x4 method works for me. It makes it easy. I put the pin to show you that I completed the first rotation. So now we're in the second one. Sometimes I put it at the beginning, sometimes I put it at the end. However you need to mark it so that you can remember is up to you. Whether you mark it when you've completed the full rotation, when you've completed all four sides, or if you need to remind yourself that you're at the beginning of it, you could put it there too. But if you keep your chords that you have just completed separate from the rest, you shouldn't have any problems keeping track of what it is you're doing. I'm hoping I can get through this video before my phone rings. I have to go do something for my mother-in-law. So yeah, this is fun. While I am voice recording this second video, I am simultaneously uploading the first video onto YouTube right now. Multitasking. So I have a barking dog outside because somebody just came over, so he's barking. And anytime our front gate opens, he barks. He's usually outside in the daytime and sleeps inside at night. It's not so cold here right now. It's like 58 degrees today, which is pretty nice. And I also have a meowing cat because she's in heat. Yay! Since there are so many feral strays that hang out on our property, and they like to leave their scents around our property, she gets into it. We have quite a large backyard, so cats like come and go a lot from our yard. I feed them, but I know I'm just encouraging them to hang out. But, we live sort of in the center of the town, so it's kind of normal. It's been like this for years. Lots of cats coming and going. But they make our outside full of pheromones, and my cat picks up on them, through cracks in the door. She was pretty good this whole winter. I think we went like 2.5 months without anything, which is a long time for us. Okay, so since I have 2 pins there, I know I completed 2. This is the 3rd one I'm doing. And this should be the last one of the 3rd one, and then 1 more rotation, and then I think I'm going to cut the video and let you guys know that I did that 6 times. I went just back and forth, like 1 rotation I did one way, and then I switched my cords to go in the opposite direction. So yeah, that was 3, and then I did that for 6 little boxes. Then I do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 gold beads right from the bottom of the last box. And then I will switch back to pink for a very small section before I end the project completely. But I believe that's all going to be in... Well, switching to the pink might be in this video, but the how I end it, how I like completely end it and start making cuts and stuff and eliminating cords in the middle will be in the 3rd video. I know in the first video I said I wasn't going to talk very much, but it's hard to sit here and not say stuff. Okay, so I am in the last section of this final and 4th rotation for this little box. Every time I say little box, it reminds me of the song Little Boxes. Little boxes on the hillside. Okay, so I showed you the first 2 so you would know how to do it. Now just do that for my project. I did it 6 little boxes going in opposite directions. I'm just showing you what I did on one side, and you can just continue along that. And now we're gonna cut the video and we're gonna add the beads. So I'm showing you that I did 6, same as the other side. Now we're gonna add the beads. So it's like 3 rows, like 3 for the first, and then 3 in the middle. It's kind of hard to tell when it's all white, but how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 24. Oh God, am I counting wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24 gold beads will be added totally for the white. See, that was 1, and then if you want to do it in like the same way you did the little boxes, 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, and then the in-between would be the next sort of row down, 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side. If you do it that way, then you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rotations of beads. And a bead has magically appeared there. I forgot to hit the record button for that bead. I pause it when I'm trying to get the bead on the cord because it can take a minute. Sometimes they're stubborn to get on there. And you have to remember to hit record after you've hit pause, and so that's fun. Okay. Bead. And so if you want to say it like we were doing before, this is the fourth side of the first rotation of beads. Right? I guess that's an easier way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll do 6 rotations of beads. Turns out to be 24 beads in this instance. So when you're doing beads in your tubes, make sure you have plenty, because I did beads in pink, beads in white, and you have to do it the same on both sides. And then I will add a bead after that, switching into pink. I think, okay, so I'm just showing you, this would be the second rotation of beads, and they're the cords like in the middle of, in between either side of the bead row you previously done. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And that's that. So I've done all of them. Hopefully you have two, and now we're gonna switch back into pink. So tie the first two white cords together, the two at the top, then find two of the same colored pink cords. It doesn't matter which at this point, just make sure that they're both the same color, and tie them onto the two white ones that you just tied a knot, like in the middle, like as if you were gonna make another row of beads. Do the top two white ones, but instead of the bottom white ones, we switched it for two of the same colored pink ones, add a bead, and then continue to use the pink to make the diamond shape wrap around the bead, and then white still at the bottom. Okay, you do that for all 4 sides, but each side will be a different color pink. So you're gonna still have 8 pink in the middle after you've done that. So I'm finding 2 of the same color, lighter pink ones, tying it onto those 2 white cords that I just made a double knot with, adding a bead, okay, top 2 white, find 2 of the same color cords you have not used yet. This case it's the darkest pink. So I guess I did it like medium dark pink, light pink, dark pink, then the last one will be another light colored pink. I can't tell. The 2 light pinks I have are very similar. They are not the same, but they are very similar. So the It's really hard to capture it on a video like this. Maybe I need a different background, but this is what I have for now. And then whichever two color pinks you have not used in the last one, add a bead. Okay. So now we're going to start doing a spiral again. So we're going to take the two, what am I doing? So I'm just taking the cords that are currently there, the white cord coming from the side of the bead and the white cord coming off the tail, and knotting the pink onto those. We'll eliminate those white cords. I think after I did it this way, I thought it would just be easier. And yeah. I don't know. I just try to follow along with how I'm doing it. I haven't switched anything right after the beads. I'm just knotting in a spiral what's there. Okay, now I'm on one side and I'm gonna find the same color that I'm working on, which is one of the light pinks, and eliminate the white cord hanging down. So I have, crap. Sorry. So there's one pink cord coming from the top, and I'm tying the pink cord that's there, and then I'm finding the matching one. So there's 3 of the same color pink, and then one white cord I'm still knotting onto. So guess I'm doing one at a time. So you will still have one white cord coming off of each section for right at the moment. And I think what I'll do is I'll eliminate it after. I think I did it this way because otherwise there's just too much gap. Sometimes it's really hard to explain, like, what you're doing in macrame. You just have to... Yeah, okay, you guys are gonna need to, like, pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm struggling to explain it. So I'm just going around again. I have I think I'm going to go around until I wind up with the right colors in the right places. See, because the one that I'm knotting onto, for instance, at the moment is not the same pink that's being knotted. And until I get all of them in the same spot, I think I decide to keep going down. So you'll have like a white stripe. Is that right? Oh no, I'm sorry. You don't really, but oh, it's so hard to see on the video. I am struggling to explain this part, so however way you want to exchange the pink for the white. I want to end up with all the white back in the middle one more time. Now that I'm gonna go the opposite way, I'm gonna eliminate those final 4 white cords that I had been wrapping with. Because see that one that I just threw away? That's a white cord, and I'm gonna exchange it for the right color pink cord. And then I'm gonna do a 4 by 4 by 4 rotation until I come back to all of the same color pinks after I've done all this knotting, and that white one just goes away. And then in the next video we will not cut the white cords in the middle until I have 4 left, and then do like a spiral staircase knot around the white ones until those are eliminated as well. So what you should have is 3 of the same color cords, 2 coming from one side, 1 coming from the other side, and then 1 white cord that would just be sort of hanging there because you didn't knot it. I'm really hoping this makes sense to you guys. This part is probably the most confusing to explain. Just I'm just getting all of my pink cords back on the outside and all of my white cords back on the inside. One side at a time, one color at a time. Okay. So I'm just gonna do a couple quick, that's the short white cord around all the white ones in the middle. I'm going to take 1 from the middle and do a double knot there. Take 1 more, do just 2 knots so that we can keep track later. I'm going to tie those 2 together, burn it, cut it and burn it. So I didn't need to add more cord because I want to start eliminating cord at this point. So I took from the middle to tie onto that so it's secure. So now what I'm gonna do is just, so I'm gonna continue on until all of my colors are back to the same position, starting position. So just do, it's a 4 by 4 by 4 rotation. If you hopefully understood what in the world I just did to get to this point. But after I do this, I'm gonna take, once my 4 same color cords are together, I'm gonna add one more bead around the bottom. Just cause, and then we'll start the ending process in the next videos. This video shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm really sorry about my dog in the background. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and there's activity outside, and if he thinks somebody is upstairs, he just barks. Because my mother-in-law lives upstairs. We live in the downstairs. It's like a duplex house. And yeah, he's just always been that way. Doesn't like a stranger. No stranger can come near this dog. He's only about family. Stop it. My cat's trying to get on my lap. But I have stuff on my lap, kitty. Okay. I think I'm getting close. Looks like 2 more. Hopefully I'll remember to mention it in the last video, but after this, since the tube is now complete and I have a full necklace, pendant necklace, all tied up together, I am going to start on the bracelet. I will film that whole thing from start to finish, including wrapping the stone, because I know I have a video that shows how to wrap a stone, but I thought I might as well just show it again. Unfortunately, for anybody trying to learn, it's going to be in the same colors as the video I have on there now. Excuse me. Because I'm trying to do a set, and when I do sets, I try to make them as cohesive and as identical as possible. Like the bracelet will vary slightly, obviously, from the pendant, but it will be very similar. There will be white leaves underneath with a cool pink design on the top, and then I have to decide if I want the pink to form the band that forms the bracelet or if I want that to be the white. That's the only thing I'm trying to decide on before I do that. But I will show you how to wrap the stone one more time. I will show you how I add all of the cords, and because it's a smaller cord, we're going to be working with less amounts of string, and I'm probably going to try to use as many leftover cord pieces from the pendant so that you know, obviously it's nice when you can use cords from previous projects, and so yeah, so we'll see how that winds up. I wonder if I should take a poll, like if I should make it a slave bracelet or just a cuff bracelet. I'm leaning towards just a cuff because it's easier. I don't think that I want to necessarily do a slave bracelet at this point in time. I can do one later, but I think I want to do it as like a standalone project. So I think for this set, I'm going to do just a cuff bracelet. And then because last time I went to the bead store, I did buy some earring findings, and I have only ever made one other set of earrings. They're not on my website. I didn't film it. It was a very long time ago. I will do some kind of earring with the same color scheme. So I have like then I'll have a 3-piece set instead of a 2-piece set. And that will be my first time doing that. Maybe I'll go back and even make earrings for the sets that are already on my website, or save them for the future. I don't know yet. All right, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm just making sure that my middle section is wrapped up before I continue on. All right, so I've done all sides, and let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here, but I am gonna add a bead to the very bottom row. I hope I filmed that. I can't remember if I did or not, honestly, but this video is about to end, so it's fine. Hopefully you've seen everything that I did. I'm sorry I couldn't explain the very last section a little bit better, but that's gonna be all for this video. The third one is gonna be coming shortly after this one. So yeah, thanks for watching and hope to see you again soon. All right, bye.